Hey everybody, Mac here, and first of all, there are a couple of wonky things going on with this video. First of all, the title did not mislead you. Yes, this is sort of 3 videos in one, where we will be taking a look at the Harry Potter Blind Bag Opening Part 3. We will be taking a look at the card-backed Series 2 Masters of the Universe Mega Construx figures that I just got in the mail a few days ago, and along with those figures in the mail a few days ago, I also got this, which I didn't even know existed, an Amazon Holiday Wish book. And I know this is all supposed to be about Halloween in October, but if anybody remembers how much I love Christmas, it's not going to be any surprise I'm going to want to go over this real fast at the end of the video. So there's going to be 3 things we're going over, and down below there will be a timestamp so that you know when what part starts and what part stops, and you can just jump to and watch whatever you want to watch, or you know what to skip if all you really care about are what brought you here, which is the LEGO Series 2, the LEGO Harry Potter Series 2 blind bag opening. The second thing that you will notice is that there are no blind bags. Everything is opened already. That is because this is the second time I have filmed this video. I filmed it the first time, and there were problems with it. It was, for some reason, like the editing wasn't going well. I was getting really frustrated, and then I did the unthinkable, and I accidentally deleted everything permanently. So there was no original video left of me opening these figures, but I promise you, these are the 4 figures that I got in the blind bags. We'll be opening them up, we'll be taking a look at them in just a moment, and as you can see, we didn't get any more doubles. If we take a look at the checklist, you see the only thing we really need left is Harry, Hermione, Helena Bonham Carter, I can never remember what her character's name is, and this ghost girl down here. So, without further ado, we're just going to take a look at these 4 figures first, and we're going to start with this one right here, who I have no idea who this is, which is no surprise because, as I told you, I am not a Harry Potter fan. I don't know who these people are, but I can't even begin to guess who this individual is with the chocolate ice cream, and that's really it. That's the only thing that stands out is the chocolate ice cream cone. So, you see, she has this, like a quirky smile face portrait, and on the back, she has the closed lip smile, just very content. I liked this one better, so that's why we used that one. But if you take a look at this, once again, really, really prime job. Let's move that out of the way. On the torso printing, dual molded legs, really like the look of that. So let's set her aside. The next one we got was the other Weasley twin. And I don't know what this is supposed to be about here on the briefcase, but I do know that if you open the briefcase up, there are things inside that you can stack in there, little plate pieces. I don't know, is that some sort of Hogwarts currency? Not sure what that is. Once again, 2 face portraits, quirky smile, and big happy face. I like this quirky little look going on right here. I really like the torso printing on this one because I have here the twin. You can see the torso printings are almost identical, except this one has everything zipped up and this one has the coat open. You can see on the back that the printing is very similar, but also different enough that they stand out, that it's not just a cheap, easy take of reprinting the same thing. So let's set that one there. We also have Harry's mother. And the only reason I know this is Harry's mother is because there's a little swaddled baby Harry right here in her hand. Torso printing, it's good. It doesn't really stand out. It's definitely nothing that's like, wow, look at that. But it's very good. It's detailed, just like the rest of them are. Open mouth happy face. And the content face. Not much personality there. That's why I flipped over to this one. Really like this one. Once again, this is another one that if you end up with doubles of it, you could use her for pretty much anything. And then, of course, we have the man himself, Dumbledore. Which, let's take the wand and the phoenix off of his hands. As I stated in the original video that you'll never see, if you look at this, he could be like a Victorian-style Santa Claus. And I don't know if that's what he was supposed to look like in the movie. but he definitely looks like a Victorian-style Santa. Look at this hairpiece, man. This is huge. You have to take his head off to get the beard off. You can see he does have two face portraits here. Not a whole lot of difference between them, and not a whole lot of difference that's worth anything, because once you put the beard and everything on him, whoops, you're going to lose everything from like the glasses down. Once again, take a look at the the torso printing on him. I love how intricately detailed this all is. He has his hood hanging back here, so that when his hairpiece is off, I guess it looks like his hood is thrown back a little. Is that what it's supposed to be? Really like the open robe on the front. This is a really good figure. This is one that if I get a double of it, as a matter of fact, I may look for a double of it, but if I get a double of it, I'm not going to sell this one off either, because you could really turn this one into a great looking Santa Claus. And then he has his Phoenix, who I think his name is Fox, I think. F-A-W-K? Fox? Not sure. But that just gets situated right in his hand. And then he has his wand, and they all have their wands, all of them, once again, different colors to go with the character. And there we have Dumbledore, the man himself. So that's what we have for part 3 of the blind bag opening. Once again, I am sorry you didn't get to see the bags actually get opened up, but I did something stupid and just deleted everything. Now, the next thing we're going to take a look at are the Masters of the Universe Series 2 cardback figures. And anybody that's been paying attention to my Masters of the Universe series, which is probably a lot of you because that's definitely the most popular thing that I do on this channel, you've often heard me making statements about issues with Mega Construx just reissuing He-Man and Teela and Evil Lyn and Skeletor, and basically over the past year, basically just giving us the same 3 or 4 figures over and over again, just with repaints to them. And some of you have brought up that that's because some people might have missed the originals when they were first released. And you're right. Those of you who have made that statement, you're absolutely right. I completely agree with that, and I understand that. My problem is that even in the 5-inch vintage line, when they released multiple He-Men and multiple Skeletors, because you have to keep your 2 main guys in circulation, and you can't just keep reproducing the same figure over and over again. But when Mattel did it with the original 5-inch line, they didn't make He-Man and then a month later come out with Battle Armor He-Man, and then a month later come out with Flying Fists He-Man. There was a hefty chunk of time between each release of He-Man and each release of Skeletor. And there were other figures in between, so that you had something else to pad out your collection with, especially as a kid, other than just, here's 5 He-Men, here's 5 Skeletor, here's 3 Teelas, here's 3 Evil Lyns. Go for it. That's what I have a problem with, that they're bringing out these reissues, one on top of the other, on top of the other. And as far as He-Man and Skeletor go, we've only had two figures that are different from the original ones. Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Armor Skeletor. Everybody else is basically just a repaint of the original look of the figure. Now, having said that, with some of the reissues in this line, these ones I don't particularly mind that much. And we'll start with Teela, and I'll explain why. Because this Teela, first of all, if you take a good look at this, you may notice that my figure has a little bit of a hitch in her giddy up right here. I'm hoping that all I have to do once I open her up is just press the legs together and the pin will go back into the hole. That's what I'm hoping, that just the pin popped out and it can just fit back in there. But this Teela, this is the first card-backed version of Teela that we've received with her snake armor, her Cobra Hood snake armor. The only other time we've gotten the snake armor was for Castle Grayskull or the 2019 SDCC exclusive Battle Bones. This is the first time that on a consumer level, without having to buy a overpriced exclusive or Castle Grayskull, you can get Tila with her Cobra Hood armor. Why she didn't come with it on the first time she was released on a card back, I don't know. I don't get that. I didn't understand that. But this is probably as close to the vintage Tila action figure that we've gotten so far, with the staff, with the shield, with the Cobra Hood armor. I just wish she would have been blonde. I wish they would have come out with a blonde one to match up with the mini-comic, the original mini-comic version of Tila, where she was blonde. There were a lot of the mini-comics, actually, she was blonde, and I think in the Filmation she was a redhead, too. So it looks like she's a brunette again. Haven't opened it up yet, can't really look yet. But I will also say this, that her portrait printing on this looks just beautiful, if you can get a good look at that. I'll be opening these up, and maybe we'll take a better, closer look at them later. But I wanted to take a look at these before I open them. The other one that we get is Evil Lyn. And once again, this is the third Evil Lyn we've received, and this is based off of the 2002 series. I believe that's what it's based off of. But this is also, I feel, the most detailed look of Evil Lyn that we've had so far. Her face looks fantastic, very expressive. I love the color palette that we have for her. And also, with the coloring, the pale skin, the dark armor, the black, I also feel like this is as close to a version of Evil Lyn that we'll get from the 1987 live-action movie, Masters of the Universe, which, while that movie did have its issues, some of you may remember that was my favorite rendition of Evil Lyn out of all of her incarnations. I just love the way that she was played. I love the role that she served in the story. I love the role that she served in Skeletor's forces, how she was basically his right hand, and how she was his hype man, kind of, among the forces of Skeletor, and I really liked her rendition in the movie. Only thing I gotta do is I still gotta find her a black cape. Get her a black cape, and this one will be perfect. Alright, get those out of the way. Next up we have Faker, and this is a battle armor version of Faker, where the previous Fakers we received the copy of the vintage version, and we received the one with the Battle Bones, the SDCC exclusive Battle Bones, where he had the Terminator treatment done to him. This battle armor version, there is a precedent for Faker wearing battle armor like He-Man and like Skeletor. I just can't remember what that precedent is. I can't remember when he wore it, why he wore it, if it was a unique figure. I can't remember. But this is not unheard of, and I always thought Faker, much like He-Man, looked really good with the battle armor instead of just the power suit looking thing. We also get another orange power sword, as well as an orange shield. No axe, but if you have the first release of Faker, who has the axe, between that figure and this figure with sword, shield, and axe, you'll have a full array of accessories for Faker, just like we'll have a full array of accessories for He-Man at this point, too. Now that brings us to our two new figures, completely new figures. First, we'll take a look at Fisto. And Fisto was always one of my favorites when I was a kid growing up. I loved the figure. I loved that spring action fist. I liked the look of him, the color palette of him. Really liked his sword. Everything about Fisto. We need Strider now. That's it. Also loved his mount, Strider. Hopefully we'll be getting one of those. But I loved everything about Fisto, and in 2002 series, I especially liked when they turned him into Man-at-Arms' brother. I really think that's a cool touch. I really like that as far as the lore goes. Big fist, little hand. He has this hole in his fist, but obviously, with the way that the sword is done, it's not going to fit in that hand. If you cut the bottom off and cut the sides off, you could probably get it to slide in there, but otherwise, just put it in his left hand, just like we had to with the vintage figure. Alright. And that brings us to Stinkor. Stinkor, the original figure, was basically just a repainted version of Merman with the mech and neck armor, and this version of Stinkor is pretty much the same. That's Merman's body under there, repainted to look like a skunk, along with the mech and neck armor, mech and neck, which we will be getting with the battle ram later this year, I believe towards the end of the year. I think pre-orders are up now, can't really remember. And his accessories, his shield, and his blaster. Now, the original Stinkor, he had a smell to him. Much like Mossman had a pine smell, Stinkor had that skunk smell to him. I can guarantee, even without taking this out of the package, I can guarantee Stinkor is not going to smell. And as you can see, there's no air freshener that comes with him, or air unfreshener. But I'm wondering if later down the line, with some vehicle, there's not going to be a re-release of Stinkor with some sort of, excuse me, with some sort of scent accessory to give us that nice skunk stink. Alright, that's what we have for the first part, or the first two parts of the video, rather. These 4 figures being opened up. Oh no, Harry. And a quick look at the Masters of the Universe Series 2 figures. This part of the video will be over. We'll be rolling credits soon, and anybody that wants to take a look at that catalog with me after this is done, feel free to stick around. But if you're going to be taking off now, well, thank you for staying with us this long. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these. Once again, I do apologize that we couldn't actually open the bags, but we'll be having more coming out later this month for Bricktober. So until then, happy Halloween, stay healthy, stay safe, and as always, thank you for watching. Alright everybody, for those of you that stuck with me, I want to thank you for staying with me while we take a look at this. Joy Delivered Amazon Holiday Wish Book is here. The Amazon 2020 Holiday Wish Book, and between me and you, I didn't even know this existed. I'd never received this before. I'm guessing this might be the first year that they've done something like this, and before we get started, let me just say I recognize this for what it is. This is a total commercial cash grab to get people to spend more money for the holiday season, but any holiday catalog is going to be doing that. However, more to the point, this is not just like a wish book. This is nothing but toys in here. This is totally geared towards kids, to get them to see the toys, to get them to ask Santa for more toys, and that's fantastic. I know that sounds so capitalistic, but that is fantastic, because when I was a child, one of the things that I used to love was sitting on the couch with that big, thick as a phone book Sears holiday catalog and going through it, especially the rear half that was all toys, and just finding what I wanted for Christmas and writing my letter to Santa based off of that. There were times I even gave him the item number from the catalog just so that he would have a frame of reference of what I was talking about, especially if there were two things that were very similar and I was like, no, I want this one and not this one. I would write in the item number on my letter to Santa, which made it very easy for him to find what I wanted. So when I was flipping through this, when I got this the other day, I was having flashbacks to that, and it was great. And I just wanted to take a quick look through this with you. Start your adventure here. See, what I love right here is it even has this page where you can actually use this to make your list. This would not have been big enough for me, even if I would have put 2 things on each line. This definitely would not have been big enough for me when I was a child making my list to Santa. I was a bit selfish. Recipe for hot cocoa. And then we have this blank page here that's later in the catalog. Let's see if I can find it real fast. Yeah, we have these stickers that I guess you could use on this blank page to dress it up if you wanted to, but these stickers, I will definitely be using these on like Christmas cards and things over the holidays. Hey Grown Ups tells you about Amazon Prime, tells you about free shipping, you know all about that. Now then, A little bit of Mad Libs going on right here. Little activities for the kids. And then Toys We Love. 2-page spread. There is absolutely no doubt as to what this is all about. And here we start right off the bat. Just toys. It's great. Well, we got everything from like Disney princesses to Transformers down here. This is fantastic. I love how everything... One thing you'll notice, there are no prices in this. Every item in here has, let's see if I can focus in on this. Every item in here has an item number that you can just put that item number into the search engine on Amazon and it will bring up what it is that you're looking for. There's a lot of Lego in here too that you might notice soon. We have the Razor's Crest up here in the corner for the Mandalorian. And I'm sorry, to me that still looks like Serenity. This radio flyer right here, this radio cart right here is awesome. And I mentioned that the first time I made this video as well. But one thing that I didn't realize is that if you look at this, keep up on the camera, Amazon exclusive. You're going to see that a lot in this catalog. And I knew Amazon had exclusives. I just don't think I realized how many exclusives Amazon actually had as far as toy collecting goes. Love the color by number over here too. Loved these when I was a kid. Winter's Tale, haven't actually read that yet. Here are those stickers I was telling you about. Oh, that's going to be fun. Lego starts right here. Pirate ship, still got to get that. Minecraft, Mario, more Minecraft, Ninjago. See, once again, if you look down here, it has descriptions. The letters match up with the letters on the box. No prices anywhere. Some preschool stuff. A cyborg hand. Might have to check out what that's about. Really want to know what's up with that cyborg hand, and more importantly, how expensive is a cyborg hand from Amazon. Batman. That's a lot going on right here with the exclusives. Like if you zoom in on this, this is the Imaginext. This Batwing armor right here, Amazon exclusive. And then Bronze Tiger and Batman, Amazon exclusive. Down here we got Fortnite. And I don't know if this is McFarlane Toys or if this is Jazzwares. But we have a Fortnite exclusive down there. Like I said, I didn't realize Amazon had so many exclusives from the toy manufacturers. Here we go, Star Wars. This 5-pack of 3.5-inch action figures right here is an Amazon exclusive. I don't know if these figures are exclusive or if just the 5-pack itself is exclusive, but I mean, you got Chewie, Luke, Leia, Han, and R2. I hope you can get those outside of the 5-pack, or can you only get them in the 5-pack? I'm not entirely sure. There's the Boba Fett Lego bust. The Marvel mashups, those would have been cool when I was a kid. I would have really been into those guys. Harry Potter. In case you missed the first half of the video. Alright. Little maze. Just so many memories when I was flipping through this when I got it. I even sat down on the couch in the living room. I was flipping through. I was looking at the toys. I was having flashbacks to those days in the 80s. When I would be sitting there with that Sears catalog. Oh, Play-Doh. I love this stuff. And I'd be sitting there with the Sears catalog, just picking out everything I wanted. These were great. I had a couple of these when I was a kid growing up. These cardboard clubhouses that you could paint and color up yourself. A couple of them went up and then got trashed. And then there was one that I put together and it stayed up for years. It stayed up long enough that I actually got too big, and that's the only reason that we took it down. I love these things. I don't collect Playmobil, but if I did, I would so be into this Scooby-Doo line that they have going on. Look at that Mystery Machine. That is fantastic. Playmobil is doing a great job with the Scooby-Doo license. The haunted house, the graveyard, the figures, that Mystery Machine just looks awesome. That is a great take on the van. It's like an updated version, but still has that classic look to it. Pages of Duplo going on. Disney Junior. Everything is great. Like, oh man, there's just so much. There's so much stuff going on here. Now this. I have a thing for trains. I really like trains. Trains run in the family. We always do like very elaborate train designs, train setups for our underneath the Christmas tree. Everyone in the family does it. When I was a child, if I would have seen this 2-page spread, this top-down look at this train track, this Thomas the Tank Engine train track, I would have been like, yes, that's it. That's what I want. That's the big one that I'm getting this year. With the switch tracks here, the overpass. Oh, this, I would have been all about this one. Baby Shark. Paw Patrol. That is not being canceled. More train stuff. Pixar stuff. There's just so much to take a look at in here. Even if you don't have kids, children of your own, if you get this, I think it's totally worth just flipping through and having a good time looking at it. Bikes. Everyone remember their first bike? I remember my first bike. Oh, that was a fantastic feeling. Especially when we took the training wheels off for the first time. All of this Fortnite stuff, once again, all of these Fortnite Nerf guns, all Amazon exclusives. That is insane to me. That is just insane to me. Yep. Toys for the big kids. What do we got here? The Xbox One. No, the Xbox Series X. Is that what it's going to... I can't remember. Yeah, Xbox Series X. And what is this? Oh, PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 looks kind of sweet. That's sleek. Not so sure about the Xbox. I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about the Xbox. I've been pretty much an Xbox guy since the console war started. Mainly because of Halo. And I really liked Halos 1 through 3. Reach and ODST was good. Halo 4 was good. Halo 5. I liked Halo 4. And Halo Infinite's coming out and it's delayed, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to bother with another Xbox or if I'm just going to make the switch and jump to PlayStation. Baby Yoda. And then we got the clothes, which is always at the back because the children don't care about the clothes. Once again, all these are Amazon exclusives in here. Paint up a snow globe. And that's it. Just want to take a quick look through this. Just really, really, really like having a toy catalog come out for the holidays. So that's it. That's all this was. If you stuck around to flip through it with me, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the first half of the video. And I'm not going to do the outro again because I've done it already. So have a good day, everyone. We'll see you again soon.